Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is Emily Hanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And before I even did my intro, what I was going to say was that I feel like I have not sat down and filmed face to face in quite a while. Well, I'm just gonna do like a chill get ready with me. Tonight I am filming another episode of New Makeup Nonsense Bingo, the recurring collaboration I do with Teresa is Dead. And I wanted to do my makeup for that, and I'm wearing the wig in the video, so I'm gonna wear it here. So I thought I would kind of pregame with y'all and do my makeup. This is wine, Rosé, perhaps about half a bottle. Yeah, I'm just gonna pregame, put on some makeup, and chill out. And if y'all like these kinds of videos, I hope you enjoy it. And if it's not your thing, totally get it as well. Besides rosé, I have a couple of themes for this get ready with me. One, I have a 9-pan palette that I created inspired by the new 6-pan papaya palette that Too Faced released. I have a video creating this palette. I might have that one up first before this get ready with me, and if I do, I'll have it linked. Otherwise, it's coming very soon. So I want to play with this on my eyes. And then I also have some other new or newish things in my collection that I want to use on my face. So we're just gonna put on makeup and chat, and let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into it. I can't stop doing a thumbs up for some dumb reason, but let's just let's just get right into it. First off, I'm gonna be spot concealing with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I used this once, loved the way it looked like when I first blended it out, and then felt like when I put any powder on top, it just looked absolutely, it didn't look terrible, it looked like it just went away. So I'm gonna try to wear this without setting it, at least under the eyes. And because I don't have nails on right now, I'm just using my fingers to blend everything out. I love my fake nails, but every once in a while I do really miss having short little nubby nails when it comes to doing makeup. It definitely feels like very tacky on the face. And it doesn't look terrible, but I don't know if I will love it. I'm just trying to get to a point where I can feel like, am I going to finish this tube up or not? I mean, I just got it, but will I feel like I can finish it up? We'll see. Speaking of stress buying, I grabbed 2 Nabla skin glazing powders during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. It was actually, I have 2 21 Days of Beauty purchases. So I picked up these 2 colors. I got Ozone, which is the lightest one, and Truth. And I knew for sure Truth I was getting as a glowy blush, and then, you know, as a highlighter. Right now I'm very not disappointed with this purchase, especially because they were $12 each. For $24, I don't know about that. But for $12, so these are on the more subtle side for somebody that really likes a blinding glow, but that's why I'm putting it on top of an unset concealer, because I really want as much glow as possible. And the thing is that they do have a really nice, like, glassy, you know, glow to them. But this is one of those highlighters I could definitely see myself putting kind of all over my face and not really having a problem with that. Like, obviously it's not a setting powder, but I'm also an animal and I like glow everywhere, so I might be kind of treating it like a setting powder. Okay, so that's Ozone. I hope you can see, like, it does just have a nice kind of glossy thing. I feel like I've heard maybe Angelica or Karen or other YouTubers say that they want Nabla to come out with a full range of glowy blushes with this formula. I completely agree. Some might use this as a blush topper, especially if you're any darker than me or if you don't like intense glow, but I just build it up to get the color that I want. All that glow. And of course, I like it on my nose. So how has life been for y'all? I hope, I've been saying this towards the end of my videos lately, but I hope you're taking care of yourself. I feel like it's so important, and we can all use a reminder. I know I can, and I know people in my life can, so I just kind of assuming that y'all are like me, and you could use some reminders. Things like drink water, eat food, sleep, talk to people you want to talk to, don't feel pressure to talk to people you don't want to talk to, put on makeup if you feel like putting it on. I've been doing that a lot lately, but like we all deal with it our own ways. So anyway, that's truth. On camera, I actually think probably if I was having one of my, that was really pretty. I was gonna say if I was having one of my more blush heavy days, I might want to go in with like a Cover FX blush first and then do this, but I don't know, I kind of love it. I kind of love it. I'm gonna put on just a little bit of Never Dull, the Midas Cosmetics X Smoky Glow Lip Gloss, just as like a, basically like a lip balm. I'll decide on actual lip products later. But this one is absolutely lovely. Lately I've been trying to use up this Maybelline brow gel. It's not that darker color that I like, but it was in my collection for quite a long time. I used to be infatuated with this brow gel, and I keep shaving off bits of my brow. I think I like it, and then sometimes I hate it. So yeah, life has been just weird. Just pretty fucking weird. I know I keep saying, I've said that word to friends, I've said that word like randomly. It's the only way I can describe things these days. I've been cooking more, or some more, which is fun. My cooking Q&A is still planned, it's still in the works. I just haven't sat down and filmed it yet. But I'm still happy to take any more questions. But also, if you're watching this and you've been cooking, I would just love to hear what you've been cooking lately. Like, whether it's just some ingredient you've had an abundance of that you've been trying to work through, or you know, something you specifically were craving and actually tracked down and got. Like, I would just love to hear from you. I've been kind of bouncing between simple things and bigger projects. It's funny actually, so yesterday I started a batch of no knead bread, and luckily I just did a like half size, which should have been 2 loaves. Mix it up, follow all the instructions, pull it out of the refrigerator today, which was, you know, within the range of how long you could let it sit. Baked it off, it didn't puff up at all. So I have breadcrumbs is what I'm gonna make out of them, because it's not pleasant to eat, the texture. But a week ago, I tried some other bread where I let it knead in the stand mixer, and like it sat for much less time, had a lot more yeast, but it came out so much better. So now I'm just like,
Well, damn, I guess I can't be lazy and just do no knead bread. I guess I have to do something with a machine.
so this palette that I created, I took the Too Faced Papaya palette, one of the only new palettes that I've seen released lately, and took that idea and expanded upon it. Because I love my two-tone looks, I think I want to do something two-tone today. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm using my Refer 1 brush. Doesn't matter, but it's a slightly different shape from what I might normally go for. So yeah, I've been cooking more, or it feels like more than I used to. I've done a couple of the bread things. I think I'll make another batch of the last bread recipe I did, because that one turned out much better. And I'm not just talking about this because it's on my Patreon, but I made a really good sour cream cake that it was my March recipe of the month for my food patrons. And not only is it the easiest cake recipe I have ever worked with, it's so good. So it's one that I found from one of my freelance jobs that's in a published cookbook, and I sourced where it's from in the post, but a version of that is going up on one of the places I work at. So like I don't want to like promote it too much, because I don't know, feels a little weird. But it's so simple and really good, and you don't need a mixer for it. And I've made it with different citrus zests, so like lemon or orange, but you could exclude that and make it with vanilla, or probably throw in other spices or things. I have a feeling you could probably even throw in, like, I don't know, frozen blueberries and make like a almost like a blueberry loaf, because I make it in a loaf pan, so it's a cake, but it feels like different in the pan. I don't want to say less indulgent, because like whatever, food is food, but it just feels a little different when you make it in a loaf pan, and that is really good. I've made versions of that twice since March started. I cooked with a friend. That was fun. That's a good idea of something to do if you're feeling like, you know, you want to video with somebody but you don't want to just talk. If you both like to cook or bake, like, cook something with them. We picked the same idea. We both did chili and cornbread, but we both did our own versions of it. And that was really fun because I got to hear about what she was doing, and she got to hear about what I was doing, and we got to spend like 2 or 3 hours just hanging out together. And she has kids, so they were popping in and out, and life was still happening, but she was able to cook and chat, and same for me. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that. And I think if you're unsure of how to fill your day, and you have a friend that also likes to cook, or is at least trying to get their shit together with cooking, I recommend that. So yeah, I made chili and cornbread. I've had like junk foody things like pizza rolls, frozen, not homemade. I'm no Claire from Gourmet Makes. I've also been doing my favorite, still one of my favorite breakfast is like caramelized cream eggs, is what the recipe is known by. It's basically just cooking, like frying and steaming eggs at the same time in heavy cream, like a small amount. And I've eaten it over pasta. I'll eat it with bread. You can eat it by yourself. All that good stuff. Oh yeah. Little pop of yellow in the inner corner. That's really pretty. I do say so myself. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's do some shimmer, and then we'll go on to the other eye. So that's basically how I've been filling. Well, I've been filling my day with different things. I've been sleeping. I've been, you know, taking long baths. But the cooking and baking stuff is kind of what's exciting. And it's kind of a fun thing to think about in this unfun time. But also, if you don't enjoy cooking and you've just been like cooking to eat, to feed yourself, totally get that too. There is no shame in that. Also, don't be like me and fill your lashes with glitter glue. That feels uncomfortable. I'm gonna use Sin from Give Me Glow, the lighter pink. Yeah, because I'm gonna use the lighter purple on the other eye, and I don't want the metallics to be like one to be lighter, one to be deeper. Actually, I fibbed. I'm gonna put a little bit of the brighter coral on the outer half. And you don't really need two color shimmers, so you just kind of look. I'm also going to go back in with the matte and just tap it over that outer like third. Okay, and the outer corner is doing the same thing it's been doing lately, which is not taking on any color. I'm not going to force it. It just is what it is. Because I'm going to do different colors on this eye, I'm going to show this eye on camera as well. But first, a drink break. I'm sorry if this get ready with me is a little too heavy on the Miss Rona talk. I'm trying to kind of talk around it, talk about it, but not really. Just talking about my life lately. It's hard because I think everybody doesn't want to think about it, but it's also a big part of our lives. So it's just kind of hard to balance it out. I have been enjoying getting more up for anyone that wants to watch. Feeling really inspired on the palette front, so there might be a lot of overhead style shooting continuing. I just finished up the whole swatching all my single eyeshadows series, which, can I just admit, I'm really proud of myself for actually finishing a series, because I keep having ideas for things, and like the idea that one of my subscribers had to do like top 5 colors from different single eyeshadow brands. I do really want to do, but I've been like stalling on it, and I don't know why. But with this one, I said I was gonna do it, I started it, and then I did it, and that's super exciting. Also, if y'all have any recommendations for creators you've been watching during this time that you think I would like, I would love to hear from you, because I am watching a lot of YouTube as per usual, and if there are people out there I haven't found, haven't discovered yet, I would love to give them a little love. Oh, what's going on up there? Sometimes I find that I don't apply a primer very evenly, so like that has a weird blotchy spot, and that's definitely the primer, me having missed a spot versus the shadow. I'm gonna try to put a little bit of this peachy pink on the inner part of my eye. It might not blend great though, because peach and purple can get a little muddy. They look different, but in terms of the blend out, but that's okay. Sometimes I'll use this brush for concealer if I want to get into a tight spot, and it's also nice because it has that residual concealer to go in and blend out when you've taken a color just a little too far. I think that'll be better for when I go in with the yellow. Let's drink some more. I don't know why it's just popped in my head, but I just wanted to share with y'all. Not to get too depressing, but just to kind of get real. For me, like where I'm at right now, my freelance work has dropped. I mean, one client was already kind of low, but she's basically at 0. Makes sense with what she does. She's in the event world, weddings and events. Nothing's happening there. Another one has cut down a good 60%, so like getting like a third of the work that I once was. And the other one is somewhat steady, and I do appreciate that a lot, but and just based on the other 2 people alone, I am very, very nervous about what's going on in the world. And here's the thing, I know everybody is, I'm very much aware of that, but it's just nerve-wracking because there is no cushion. Being a freelancer in Brooklyn, there is no cushion. And that's not the life I want. It's the life I have. It's never been the life I wanted. So that's super nerve-wracking. And that's just where I'm at right now. So like trying to make videos when I can, hoping that AdSense will help, but that's also a slow thing. That's not really something that's gonna come into my life anytime soon, I don't think. So I don't say all this to complain or anything like that or make anyone else feel bad. I just, Get Ready With Me's are often where I talk about my real shit and what I'm kind of dealing with, and I just wanted to be honest and just let y'all know like where I'm at. It was already a rough year for me from the jump off. Like if you saw me on social media in January, February, it was already a really rough year. But then again, I think that was the case for a lot of people, and then March came around and was like, bitch, you don't know rough. You don't know rough. Here's the thing. Whenever almost anyone that I know that does YouTube talks about their life and talks about where it's at and perhaps talks about it in a place of sadness, I can pretty much guarantee none of us are saying this to make other people feel bad or make people feel like their struggles are worse than somebody else's. And that's not where I'm at all. Like I'm not on here to be like, woe is me, I'm worse off than everyone else in the world, because bitch, I know my privilege, and I know in the scheme of things kind of I have a feeling of where I sit, but it is scary, and we can try our best to just ignore things and space out, and we all deserve that time, that's for sure. But the reality is that like shit is happening to everybody. Okay, I just put mascara on and I did Teen Spirit gloss from Milani on my lips. I'm trying to decide if I want anything else. So I picked up the Glam Vice retro liner neon pastel set right when it came out as a full bundle. It was 7 colors. I still have 5 because Alex, Sincerely Alex Makeup on Instagram, bought 2 of them for me. And I feel like I just don't give them the love that they deserve. And I love pastel freckles, so I'm just going to go back in and do pastel freckles again today. And I think what I will do is I'm going to skip the blue color, but I will do the other 4 colors because they all kind of go with my look. So we're going to do that quickly, sped up. And I'll be back. Also, I know the Glam Vice, these have come in stock as singles, and I would say they are a nice thing to try out if you're interested in playing around with water activated liners. I definitely don't think you need a full set because they have a bit of a learning curve, and I think they're very specific styles of makeup tools, but I don't have regrets. I just think if you're looking to get some, you don't need 7 of them. Do I have radioactive chickenpox or pastel freckles? Not sure which, but they're done. So yeah, we're just gonna call it there. I think that's everything I wanted to slap on my face today. I've been doing so many of these two-tone looks, which probably were like subconsciously inspired by Abby Williamson. So thank you, Abby, if you happen to be watching. I love them. I love either having a color that ties them together in the inner corner, or doing like this would have been cute with purple on this lower lash line and coral on that lower lash line. It's just fun. It's just a fun way to do 2 looks for y'all. So if anybody feels like, you know, replicating 1 or both looks, you have 2 to refer from, and then for me to look extra silly because color is where it's at for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that, I don't know, you got to at least maybe zone out with me while I was doing makeup, or if you felt inspired by any of the food ideas I happened to mention, although I don't feel like I did a great job explaining what I was actually talking about. But if you felt inspired, I would love to see your creations in the kitchen. You can always send them to me or tag me on Instagram at Omnivorous, or on Twitter, also at Omnivorous. If you did enjoy this video and would like to follow along with my colorful shenanigans, I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you to all of my current subscribers. Thank you to all of my patrons. I do a Patreon, as I mentioned, or did I mention it in this video? I don't know. But I have a Patreon that just helps support me a little further. I do food and beauty stuff over there. As I said, I hope you're all taking care of yourself, and I hope to see you again real soon.